Everybody, this is Emily with Vintage Polka Dot Shop, and I finally got these journals completed. They won't be available in my Etsy shop for a couple more days because I don't think I'm going to have time to list them, but I wanted to do a quick flip through for the blog, so I guess I will begin. At least I think I'm done with these. You know how it is. Alright, so Dree and I don't know how to pronounce that. The eventual owner of this journal can decide how to do that. I didn't get it too bulky. It's a little probably fuller than it should be, but there's still lots of room, lots of places to journal and room to add things to the pockets and all that good stuff. So some of you, some of these you've already seen if you've looked at my earlier blog posts, but I just wanted to do a nice quick flip through of the finished journal. So there was the stenciling and sewing, and then I fussy cut her from one of the Gibson Girl pages that was included in the kit. It was actually kind of a funny page, but I couldn't make it work where I think they were smooching before the bellhop came in. It was something like on their honeymoon. So this is one of the cards in the kit, and then you can do, it's a little flip, so you can write your secret stuff there. And got the music paper, and then this page had a small tear. So because this paper is a little on the fragile side, so I just glued one of the tickets from the kits there just to kind of reinforce that, and a sticker from the kit, and this is from the book itself. And then I just stamped on some of the cardstock I had and made it into a tag. And this is an illustration from the book, and an earlier thing I talked about, I have a tin of fussy cut images. That's where the butterfly is from. And this is a Tim Holtz sticker. And then this little milkmaid, maybe, or maid, or whatever, she was in the kit, and I fussy cut her and made her a little tuck spot. And then this is one of the flashcards from the kit, and slide, and this is from one of the pages that had all the fonts and stuff, and then just one of the coffee dyed stationery papers. So as I said, I didn't go overboard because on the decorating and everything, because I want the final owner to have a lot of fun, and so I included, and I think I'm going to add to this, I found more of the stickers. I like to include some embellishments and things, so as you're journaling in the journal, you could take one of the stickers and glue it down and then write around it. It would look really cool. So I like to kind of think of it as it's like a little teamwork. And then there's the Rolodex card and just one of the tags with a scrap of fabric for my stash, and then ledger paper. Don't you just love ledger paper? Some stenciling. I just love that look. You have stenciling there, but then you could write over it easily. Oh, I keep moving stuff around. I'm still so new to this. And then some of the digital stamping from Graphics Berry. I already had this card decoupage on. I have a whole stack that I pre-did, and so I just did some things from the kit, and then a Mr. Tim Holtz guy, Dilio, and then this is one of the pins in the kit, and then I took one of my tags. Some of you get these as thank yous, and then a little stamp, and it just kind of dangles. So if you buy this and you don't like it, you can just take it off or move it somewhere else. An illustration from the kit, and then I glued a scrap of ledger paper and just like a little piece of seam binding and a paper clip, so this could be moved around. This was in the kit. I don't know if it really, I mean, I do kind of, it's a little big probably for this book, but it's kind of fun. But if the final owner of this kit does not, or this journal doesn't like it, they can just take it off. It's just pinned on there. Got a tag with an image from my kit, just a little flip from scrap paper, and the die cut, and I have these in my shop. Restock those up, so if you want to play around with those in your journaling. A doily, a pocket, and then this is also from the original book, and it's to Florence from, I think, Louise Christmas 1916. How cool is that? And then a little scrap of lace. And this is also, and then I took the scrap of, or offcut, I guess is what you would call it, of the ledger paper and put that in there as journaling. I'll go back, and I don't want to take too long. It's so easy to, I skipped. No, I didn't. Okay. And then here's like a belly band with a note paper from the kit and another image from the kit, and this is from the kit. Their fondness for each other. Look at that bike. Isn't that fun? I got these from a, I had a couple different books, like History of the 20th Century or something. It had a whole bunch of, by decade, old photos and things that are perfect for cutting out for journals. Another image from the book that I just glued on a piece of scrap, offcut from when I was making the journal. I already shared this pocket, and then I just made a little out of the Sears Roebucks, just a little journaling card. And then you guys already saw this, and then I just cut out one of the photos and inked over it with the walnut ink, vintage photo, and vintage linen. I like to use multiples for that, but as you can see, there's a lot left here for creativity. It's a building point. And then we all saw this guy. Privacy, please. Oh my. And just a little, okay, I cut this out for something else, and I put glue on it and it didn't work. Quick, what can I stick it on? So I just did a little mini quick collage, and this is a journaling card with a little lace tab, and then the guest check with this is cut out from the kit, and then some butterfly wings and some flowers and a little crown sticker. And then I'm planning on making some of these lace die cuts and putting them up in my shop, because they're so much fun to use for tuck spots. So just some journaling cards, and then I did the paper bag. So another image that I had, an example of what I had in the kits, an offcut of ledger paper. And then, as I said, some of these you guys have already seen, so I won't go into too much detail. But I don't know, maybe this is the only video you watched and you didn't watch the other one, and that's okay too. And these envelopes will be back in my shop soon. And then I just did a simple journaling card. And I didn't want to put too much in here because I thought, oh, this would be perfect for a photograph or something else. And it's not all about me. I always try to remind myself that. And then I used one of the stickers, and then the card was in the journaling kit. And then this little girl, isn't she cute? She's so cute. And once again, I inked over it. And then the library pocket with the card, and the guy sitting in the chair, and one of the alteration tags. So that is that one. And yeah, she's a little chunky. Not too bad though. And then we've got Lucille. And then see, I did this tag here, and that's also from one of the pages that was included in the kit. They had all the fonts and graphics. So, some, as I said, some of these you have seen before, so I will try to be quick. And then digital printing, images from the Graphic Fairy. I never have any problem with my copy dye paper going through the printer, but different printers are fussy in different ways, so I would never want to guarantee that. But, and then see, I just put the little bell on the paper clip, and then the sticker on the tag. Quick as Bob's your uncle, and it's all done. And then additional images, and I think I'm going to put a couple more in there, just so the final owner can go through and put them where they want to and embellish as they see fit. And then just the belly band, and this is from Gail Gustinelli's shop, Cinnamon Tea, just printed on printer paper, and then I stamped on some of the paper that was included in the kit. There's a little extra journaling spot, and I did the same thing on this. I love it because you get the look of trim without all the bulk. And this is one of my currency envelopes. And I stamped, and I have directions on my blog how I kind of did this. And then this is one of Gail Gustinelli, same one, but printed on the clear sticker paper and stuck down. And I just have it sitting there. And then this side is stenciled. And then the CD envelope, and it's got a journaling card in there, and some lace tablecloth, little Tim Holtz girl, some stamping, paper clip, just a very simple tag from cardstock in the kit, Tim Holtz guy, some embossing, and here's this other guest check with the girl from the kit, and then the butterflies that I like to fussy cut out, trim from Hobby Lobby, little birdie, and let it fly away. That's what the Tim Holtz phrase says. I've been having so much fun with that sticker book. I know you can cut them out of books, but it's so easy to use it that way. And then I just kind of covered up the words with one of the stickers. And we've got a little bird dangly doobob. And just a little journaling card, and I just cut a little piece. Sometimes when I dye them, the doilies get a little tear or something, so I save them because they're fun to add as a little embellishment. Stenciling and a journaling card. I always feel like she's saying, "Darling, oh, we mustn't," or something. And then just a little bird glued on there. "Oh, darling, we mustn't look at the bird." And one of the little handmade playing cards from the kit is tucked right in there. And you saw this tag and the pocket made from the book page, and then just a little with the little pieces in the kit. Like I had little pieces of paper, just stamped them, a little piece of tracing paper, and you've got a little journaling notepad thing, imajigger. I believe that is the technical term for that. Stamping. Oh, here. Okay, and then got a flashcard, and then the die cut, and a little pocket, simple tag with some stamping, the little elephant. Because why not, I ask you? Who wouldn't want an elephant on their tag? Who? And then one of the alterations with one of my little fussy cut butterflies from my little tin. Gotta get yourself a tin. A little rick-rack, coffee dyed rick-rack. And we've got some sewing, ledger, lined paper, more ledger, stenciling. And then I took one of the flashcards, added some of the paper flowers, and just made it into a little tuck stop. And look, he stays there and he's just like poking out in a little scrap of paper. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now this one's one of my rusty safety pins, a little fabric, old postcard I included in the kit, and then an image from one of the books that I cut up, and then I included those in the kits. But of course you could find all kinds of old books or images, like Mrs. Coggs always has good stuff. The world is your oyster, or your oyster, depending where you're from. And this is from the Sears Roebuck's catalog page. And then just glued it on a scrap of the cardstock. And another one of the flashcards. It's fun to have that little tucked in there. And you know what? I didn't even ink that. Can you see how that's just the way it was. And then a nice big flip. Look at that. Isn't that fun? It's just, look at all that fun writing space. Or, you know, sticker space. And then a little tuck spot made from the Rolodex card. And one day I will do more of these book kits because they were really fun. But I have something else in mind for my next set of kits, and I'm not sure when these journals will be up. I will put a video for each one up separately on YouTube. This is just going to be on my blog just for kind of like ideas, and I take pictures and all that good stuff. So guys, thank you for watching this video and checking out my blog and clicking on affiliated links. I'm going to tell you, it is not cheap owning a blog. It costs a little bit of money, so thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great day, and I hope this gives you some ideas and inspires you. Thank you. Bye.